Governor Martin O'Malley weighs in on the tragic murder of a Johns Hopkins researcher by blasting the judge who allowed the suspected murderer out on the streets. Good evening, I'm Kelly Swoop. O'Malley was blunt, pointing his finger at a judge who allowed John Wagner to violate his probation twice without getting any jail time. ABC 2 News' Brian Kubler has been following this story, and he joins us with now on the governor's comments. Brian?
Kelly, the governor called the murder of Stephen PITCAIRN a failure of the judicial system that narrowed his ire to the judge that let the 23-year-old's accused murderer back out on the streets.
How you doing? Martin O'Malley, what's your name?
The blunt comments came after a rather staged event in West Baltimore today to announce more than $7 million in grants to help the crime fight in Baltimore City. But the one crime still on everyone's mind is the murder of Johns Hopkins researcher Stephen PITCAIRN. A crime, the governor told reporters, was a judicial failure. Asked specifically if the judge in the case dropped the ball allowing suspected murderer John Wagner to roam the streets, O'Malley was direct.
Yes. Plain and simple. Yes.
The judge is John Howard. We reported Howard found Wagner guilty twice of violating his probation on a 2008 assault conviction. Each time, the judge did not sentence any part of the 8 years suspended hanging over Wagner's head, despite the efforts of city prosecutors. Wagner would then violate his probation again earlier this month. A warrant was signed for his arrest a mere 3 days before police say he would kill PITCAIRN. A judicial failure, O'Malley says, that can and should be avoided.
Whenever I appoint judges, the question I ask each and every one of them is, will you send people to jail when they have a history and they are found guilty in front of you of shooting, robbing, committing crimes of violence against others?
These statements may be considered political. Judge Howard was appointed by former governor and current gubernatorial candidate Bob Ehrlich. Howard would then run for election in 2008 and win a 15-year term. Contacted today by phone, Ehrlich's campaign responded by saying, quote, Bob Ehrlich is as outraged about this murder as anyone can be. He wants to find out exactly what happened in the judicial system so we can be sure it never happens again. The statement goes on to say, quote, Ehrlich will work to end the backlog of warrants which contributed to this tragedy. A tragedy now rippling well beyond the borders of Baltimore City. Again, we tried to speak with Judge Howard today. So far, all of our requests all week have gone unanswered. Brian Kubler, ABC 2 News.